Day 4 of World Carnivore Month. Cooked up this badass chili. And yes, of course, there's a little bit of tomatoes and some other vegetables in there. I'm not overly concerned about eating a little bit of vegetables here and there to add some flavor to some stuff. So I made some chili while I'm watching some football. And I also have this in a crock pot. This is called a standing rib roast. And season that bad boy up with a bunch of different stuff. You can check out that recipe on my Instagram. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is that last night I was really hurting because I wanted to fast for a really long time going into today. And yesterday I fasted 20 hours. Today I fasted 22 hours. Just trying to, I don't know, test things out and test myself and test my will. And anyway, last night I stopped eating at 5:30. And then when I got back here to my house and sat down and watched some TV with my wifey, I was really having some really bad cravings. Those cravings only lasted for about a half an hour. I had some tea and I just sat there and watched some, I don't even remember what the hell we watched. We watched some TV and then I went to bed. And when I woke up, I wasn't hungry. So the cravings and the things that, you know, we're really giving into a lot of times, I know it's really unfortunate that you got to go through them, but you got to go through them. If you want to burn fat, if you want to lose weight, you got to be a little bit hungry. Being hungry is a good sign that your body is healing, and being hungry is a great sign that you're probably burning body fat. That's one of the main reasons why I fast every single day. But I thought that was important to share with you guys today, is because you're not that far away from being on the other side of it and not being hungry. I woke up this morning, wasn't hungry at all, and I was able to fast for another 22 hours. I didn't eat today until like 3 or something like that. Anyway, wanted to share that out with you today. Continue to eat meat. I hope Day 4 of the carnivore diet went as well for you as it has for me. I ate this guy right here. I made a tomahawk. Look at that tomahawk. I made a big old tomahawk. Threw that bitch in the oven, real simple, for about 20 minutes. And while that was cooking, this was cooking. And while this was cooking, that was cooking, making sure I'm never without food. Also, what I've learned is there's some people on Facebook, on the Facebook group, Mark Bell's Carnivore Challenge, and some of them are struggling and they're having a hard time, which I really love the feedback. It's fantastic to get feedback. Number one is, if you're having trouble pooping, is first thing to realize is new food equals new poop. So not much of a problem there. Just it's going to take some time for you to get acclimated to it. Some people are also mentioning feeling a little bit sick, feeling a little bit nauseous. Well, that happens too, because if you're going from eating really, really healthy to eating really poorly, like if I ate a giant pizza and some ice cream, I would feel kind of sick to my stomach. Well, the same thing happens in reverse. When you go from eating really shitty to eating really healthy, your body starts to kind of like detoxify, and you start to not feel so great. It's almost like detoxing away from like alcohol or drugs or carbohydrates. You ever get that kind of headache, that little head fog from not eating carbs? That's from not eating carbs. That's from, it's not from necessarily just not eating carbs. It's just from being without them. You're so addicted to them that they're no longer hitting all those senses in your brain. Let's see. Oh, last thing is, and the most important thing is, don't count your calories. Don't be a vagina man. Please, for the love of God, don't be a vagina man. Do not count your calories. I repeat, do not count your calories. I repeat, do not count your calories. There's absolutely positively no reason for you to count your calories when you're on a carnivore diet style plan. I actually am not a fan of counting calories at all. I think it's completely unnecessary. I think the only thing that your main focus should be how often you eat and your food choices. Get your food choices locked in, and I think everything else takes care of itself. You want to try to eat a high protein diet. Protein is the most satiating. Protein is also a building block of muscle. Building muscle is going to also help to forever transform your metabolism, because muscle has a caloric demand and a caloric cost to it. I'm not saying that calories, I'm not saying that they don't count. I'm simply saying that I feel that it's a waste of time for us to count them. I don't think there's a need to count them when we eat the foods that are right for us. If you're going to count anything, I would maybe count and weigh and track some of the junk that you eat here and there, so that way you don't overeat it. But to me, that sounds like a horrible life. If I'm going to cheat, I'm going to go for the gusto. Anyway, hopefully you're enjoying the advice. I hope that you're getting something out of this. I know that I am. I've already lost some weight. I'm already leaning out. I'm getting in better shape every single day. By the way, coming soon, markbell.com, where you can follow along with all my diet advice, all my other philosophies, and all my info on this particular diet and what I'll be doing in February. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Catch you all later.